So what is going on, guys, and welcome back to episode number 9 of our Sunderland career mode. So as you can see by this episode, we're going to have a really difficult 3 games. We've got one against Chelsea, one against Manchester City, and then one against Liverpool. So if we're going to get any points from any of these games, we're going to really have to play well. But we've got some player training before we jump into things, and I think we're going to keep exactly the same people on at the moment. Duncan Watmore will stay on. Maybe Reece Oxford, Sanchez, is he going to reach the next rating? It's going to be tight, but also I think we're going to take Duncan Watmore out pretty soon, or maybe even Renato Sanchez, and put in one of our youngsters like we did in the previous episode to see if he can start increasing once again. So, I think, actually, we haven't saved it properly, have we? Because we've got some monthly scouting updates, and we got a risk of losing Stephen Fletcher, which we did actually, in fact, go ahead and give him contact in the previous episode. So, obviously, we didn't save it properly, did we? A little bit stupid of me. So, we're going to go ahead and offer these lot contracts, and let's see if they all accept. So, we're going to give Stephen Fletcher one. Wes Brown, we didn't give him one yet. And these players here, we don't want him. We don't want him, and this guy maybe looks okay, so we're going to go ahead and sign him up. And the other scout report we got to come in. I don't think there's going to be anyone that looks that decent. Maybe this guy, we could sign him up. We don't want him. We don't want him. And this guy, we're going to continue scouting it for the moment because his overall could be quite low. So we're going to jump now into our first game of the episode, which is going to be away from home against Chelsea. But we do have one problem. We've got a centre-back missing, which is John Stones. So do we go ahead and risk it and play Reece Oxford at centre-back, or do we put a more established centre-back in the likes of Coates or maybe Wes Brown, John O'Shea? I think what we're going to do, we're going to put Coates in because Wes Brown isn't the quickest, neither is John O'Shea. So I think we're going to leave that for the minute, and I think that should be it for the side. Let's see how we get on. We're going to play Pereira again because I've still got courage and I still believe that Pereira might be able to do something for the club. He hasn't yet scored for us, which is a little bit disappointing, but maybe in the up and coming games he might be able to do something for us. Jermaine Defoe on the ball, playing the ball through to Matheus Pereira. Pereira cutting inside, he lets fly with his left boot, and that goes just wide of the post. Lovely ball through to Jermaine Defoe, he's one-on-one with Courtois. He's going to beat John Terry for pace. And his shot comes ricocheting off the post. Courtois was beaten. He didn't even attempt to dive for it. I thought we'd found our breakthrough just for the half-time break, but Jermaine Defoe's effort could only hit the post. And how close was that, guys, for us getting the lead? So Chelsea with their first chance of the game, they get the ball to Ola Aina, our former player at Portsmouth. They whip the ball in the box. Renato Sanchez trying to get up high, but obviously he's not going to win much in the air, is he? They play the ball back inside. This time Renato Sanchez does win the ball. Correa nods it on. Correa loses it, and we're in trouble. If they play the ball to Diego Costa, who's currently the league top goal scorer, and he wins the header. You've got to be kidding me. But he's being called off offside. We get let off the hook. Chelsea's first chance of the game, and they actually found the back of the net, but thankfully for us, well, the linesman on the far side had his flag raised. Let's have a look at the replay. That was inches offside, but the linesman got it right. A really good chance. We play the ball through to Angel Correa. Please tell me he's onside. He's going to be one-on with the goalkeeper if he is, but Azpilicueta, whatever his name is, gets back in the nick of time to deny us from having a clean run through on goal. Have we got another good chance? Yarnin Vila's been played through, but he's actually run out of energy. It comes to Camano on the wing. He cuts back inside. He tries to play the ball back to Angel Correa. Can Correa do it again? He's got the ball. He's going to strike it from range. He lets fly. And Courtois. What a save. So with Courtois pulling off a save right at the very last kick of the game. And, well, Courtois, he nearly got beaten in the first half as we had a strike from Jermaine Defoe that hit the post. And just on the very brink of ending the game, we go ahead and nearly score another wonderful goal, but it just wasn't to be. So we ended up drawing that game at 0-0. But a 0-0 draw against Chelsea at Stamford Bridge is not a bad result, to be honest. So as we have 2 games in the space of 3 days, as you can see there, we've got City, and then on the 28th, we've got Liverpool. Liverpool are currently above us in the league, so what I've decided to do is play our second team line out in this one up against City and play our first team in the one against Liverpool. So it's going to be a big ask away at the Etihad Stadium just to maybe get 1 point. 1 point would do. I want to try and get something from the game, but as you can see from the lineup, we're going with Mbolo and Ambrose up top. Then we've got Camano, Rodwell and Watmore behind them. Then we have Reece Oxford at CDM, and the back line is going to be Henry, Brown, O'Shea and Yedlin, and obviously in goal, Pantilimon. Let's see if we can actually do well. We've got 2 veteran defenders at the back. They're not the quickest, but they are going to be good in the air. That's the reason why I went with them. Good chance for Duncan Watmore. Our first chance of the game. It falls to Duncan. Duncan to go for goal. And Duncan Watmore has scored the goal. Whether that's actually going to be given to him, I don't know. But he had the strike on goal. It got deflected and then it went underneath Willy Caballero's arms. Willy Caballero won't be very happy with that. Okay, it got a deflection, but still, he's got to be saving that. But I'm not bothered. Company gets a good block on it. Willy Caballero, I think he should save that, to be honest. Let's have a look at the replay. It goes underneath his body, but I'm not complaining. And the goal has been given to Duncan Watmore. So just 4 minutes into the game, we get the best possible start. A lovely chance for City. And what about that for a save from Costel Pantilimon? He just a complete reaction save, to be honest. As you can see there, Wilfred Bunny, what a header. But Pantilimon matches it with a wonderful save. So City once again with another really good chance for themselves, and Costel Pantilimon matching it once again with a wonderful save, and Wilfred Bunny goes for the spectacular at the far post and gets it all wrong. A lovely ball through to Kamano. Can Kamano get there in front of Kolarov? Yes, he does. He's going to be charging through on goal. He's one-on-one with Willy Caballero. He goes for goal. Willy Caballero makes the save, but it comes back to Thierry Ambrose, and wow, we find ourselves 2-0 up against Manchester City at the Etihad Stadium with our second team line-out. Willy Caballero with a good save. He can only push it onto the crossbar, and Thierry Ambrose at the far post. Can't miss that one as he picks up his first goal in the Barclays Premier League. And well guys, we find ourselves 2-0 up in the first half. Thierry Ambrose may have another good chance for himself. He ball rolls inside, goes for goal, and what a challenge that is from Di Michelis as he just gets up from the floor. And wow, we could have found ourselves 3-0. It was actually Yaya Toure, to be honest. We could have found ourselves 3-0 up there. Oh dearie me, we've given the ball away. It comes to Boney, and once again Pantilimon quick off his line, but we give the ball away. Sterling goes for goal, and oh dearie me, what have I done? I've given the ball away with Costel Pantilimon after he just made a really good save. And I don't know why I decided to throw that one out. I might as well just waited. I tried to throw it out to Reece Oxford. De Bruyne wins the header, and O'Shea can't keep it out. He does his very best. And we've just gifted Manchester City a goal. And we've got to really hope now that's not going to be a goal that helps them get themselves back in the game, because all our hard work could be undone by a stupid error of mine. Have a City with another really good chance. Kevin De Bruyne cuts inside. Costel Pantilimon with a good save. We're going to do our best to try and get rid of the ball. Rico Henry is playing really well at left back today. He's winning everything. And what about that for a ball? Through to Thierry Ambrose. Ambrose through to Mbolo. He's one-on-one with Willy Caballero. Surely Mbolo's going to find the back of the net. Mbolo's missed, but we've still got the ball. It comes to Thierry Ambrose. He's going to take on Company, which he does do. Plays the ball back to Reece Oxford. Oxford out wide, or cuts back to Ambrose. Ambrose through to Oxford. Oxford to strike it from range. That's a good strike. It comes to Willy Caballero, and it comes back to Jack Rodwell. And what a chance we missed. Mbolo was one-on-one with Caballero, and he's missed his chance. So we're going to go for secure now. We're going to take off Reece Oxford, the youngster, and we're going to bring on Lee Catamol. I think we're going to take off Jack Rodwell and bring on Barini. And we're also going to take off Watmore, and we're going to bring on Buckley. So Buckley's going to be making his first appearance for us. Let's see how he does. Have a Lee Catamol wins the ball back for us here. We're going to play the ball through to Ambrose. Ambrose is going to be through against Willy Caballero. And Ambrose has wrapped up the game for us. Manchester City 1, Sunderland 3. I can't believe it, guys. And we could have had another one as well, as Mbolo was through on goal. As Manchester City were pushing many bodies forward, trying to get the equaliser, Lee Catamol plays the ball through to Ambrose, and Ambrose shows Mbolo how to finish. However, have we got a chance to pick up yet another one? Fabio Barini's through on goal, and Barini's put the ball wide this time. We had a chance to score 4 or maybe even 5 goals in that game, away from home at the Etihad Stadium. So we picked up 1 point against Chelsea, and now all 3 against City. Thierry Ambrose is definitely man of the match as he picks up 2 goals. Well, Pantilimon actually played amazing in that game as well. If it wasn't for him, we surely would have lost that game. But wow, City might have had quite a few shots. We had a lot of shots as well. It was a very end-to-end game, but we come out on top. So we've got some more player training here now. Tuchel actually increases to a 48 rating, which I think he actually did in the previous episode. But I think I didn't save it properly, and we've had to repeat a few things, like offering a new contract to Stephen Fletcher. But at least Tuchel's now hit a 49 rated, but that's still very low. So I'm not sure if I want to keep him on, because even when he gets 50, he's going to have to grow at least another, maybe even 20 ratings till we even gets a look in the first side. But now we've got a massive game against Liverpool at home. Can we pick up 7 points out of 9 against 3 really big clubs? We'll have to wait and see. However, we do have our full team back as well because John Stones has just come back from injury. I do know John Stones has still got the plaster next to his name, but when you've got a player as good as John Stones, you can't leave him on the bench, can you? I know it's a little bit risky, but I don't actually think he's going to get injured. So I'm hoping I'm right because the last thing I want is for John Stones to go and pick up another injury. However, Liverpool, some lovely build-up play. They play the ball to Christian Benteke, who's actually dribbling the ball away from goal, but they play a ball to Jordan Ibe, a player that I may be looking at signing on a permanent deal soon. But John Stones picks up the ball and he is actually fouled. But like I was saying, I think Jordan Ibe would be a good addition into the team because let's face it, apart from Duncan Watmore, we haven't really got a left winger, and Duncan Watmore I don't think can actually play left wing. Renato Sanchez on the ball, we play the ball through to Angel Correa, he's taken on Jan Lovren, cuts back inside with a scoop turn, it goes to try and find the far corner, and it comes back to Renato Sanchez, and just before the half-time break, wow, we pick up a goal to get ourselves 1-0 in front. It was actually our first chance of the whole game. Angel Correa cutting inside. What about that for a shot? It actually hits the post. Mignolet can't get back up in time. And Renato Sanchez with the simplest of finishes into the back of the net. Oh wow, what a fantastic way to end the first half. And Matheus Pereira picks up his first goal for the club. And what a time to pick it up as well. In the 57th minute, he goes for a dazing run down the right-hand side. No one could possibly catch him. As you can see him whizzing down the wing there. What about this? Cutting inside and beating Mignolet at his near post. Mignolet won't be happy with that. But I'm not complaining. Once again, his first goal. Eventually, he scored. So maybe he's going to be like Angel Correa. Correa took his time to score his first, and when he scored his first, he then banged in a few more. Let's see if that's going to be the case for Pereira. Pereira might have the chance to pick up his second. He picks up the ball down the right-hand side. He cuts back inside with a scoop turn. He goes for goal. But this time, Mignolet making the save. But Defoe can only play the ball back to Van Aanholt. But he loses it anyway. So, a little disappointing from the old man up top, Jermaine Defoe, as he hasn't really put in that good of a game, to be honest, in the previous 5 games. But Pereira, he nearly picked up his second. However, Liverpool a really good chance. Christian Benteke goes through and he hits the inside of the post. Kostas Pantilimon was at full stretch there, couldn't get anywhere near it, and we were let off the hook. Thankfully, the woodwork saved us there. Another really good chance for Liverpool. They strike it, and Kostas Pantilimon, wow, he made a few really good saves in the previous game, and he goes ahead and saves our bacon there. And once again, we give the ball away in our own penalty area, and we're risking it too much. But we're going to make substitutions. We're going to bring on Darren Fletcher at cam. Actually, no we're not. We're going to bring on Darren Fletcher up front and we're going to take off... Do we take off Jermaine Defoe? If we take off Defoe, we're going to bring this guy on, Gooch. We haven't tried him before. He's only 65 rated, but he has got quite good potential. So let's see what he's like. Stephen Fletcher on the ball. He's trying to take on Kolo Touré. Stephen Fletcher's not the quickest player in the world, but he actually ball rolls past his man, plays the ball to Gooch, and Gooch goes for goal. And I thought that might have found its bottom corner, but Gooch there... He doesn't look that bad, to be honest. He has had a few good passes. And, well, I can't believe, actually, we've managed to beat Liverpool 2-1. Maybe it can be 3-0, actually, 2-1. We've managed to beat them 2-0, sorry. We haven't even conceded against them. So we picked up 7 points out of 9 against the top 3 clubs. Who would have thought at the start of this episode, when I showed you the calendar, we would pick up 2 wins and a draw. Renato Sanchez, the goal scorer for me, is man of the match. He did play it very well. Kostas Pantilimon also with another good rating, so maybe we don't need a goalkeeper overall. However, that will in fact be it for this episode. If you did enjoy it, please make sure to hit the like button down below, as it is going to be very much appreciated. And I really hope to see you next time very, very soon for the next episode of the Pompey Career Mode. Thank you. Bye-bye.